uses that momentum so well.
Well, that's something that Safullin's going to have to deal with today. And that huge serve as well, what's that like to return?
It is tricky, and Gael is somebody that really does well. He changes his pace a lot. You'll see him go 130. We'll see him go 100 miles per hour to break the sideline. He is a very good server, and he moves his spots around really well.
Forehand, though, is to be respected from Safiullin because that can tee up so much in his game style.
Absolutely. He is somebody that controls the baseline very well. We are going to, for him to be successful today, he needs to own the baseline, keep Gael back, keep him on the move, and he does that very well.
Oh, that unpredictability factor can work both ways. Doesn't want to get off to a sticky start here. Solid, rock solid.
For Gael, when he does get into this mode of being passive, sometimes it takes him a few games to get that energy going into a match. But he does find himself, when he does get behind, just making balls from the baseline, trying to use his legs rather than be dynamic and aggressive from the baseline.
It's a little bit untidy. And there'll be a spring in that step as Safiullin makes his way to the chair. You spoke about varying the pace of the serve, which Gael does so well. He also does that in the rally, doesn't he? So that makes it tricky for you on the other side of the net.
It's very tricky. He is somebody that kind of bunts the ball around, for lack of a better term, and then all of a sudden he'll get one to hit, and he can absolutely clock it and hit it with great pace. He really enjoys that game of kind of pushing you around, poking and prodding, just moving you around and seeing where he's at. But at 38 years old, you know, the legs aren't what they used to be. He's still a very good mover. I feel like he should take a bit more risk, be a bit more aggressive, because when he does time the ball from the baseline, it's really impressive.
Yeah, it's destructive. There's no doubt about that. He'll be 39 at the start of next month. What he'd really like to do is still be in the main draw here at Flushing Meadows to celebrate it. So Safiullin with the early break. It's been a good start from Safiullin, no doubt about it, and much needed too, with that ranking in danger of slipping outside the top 100. As a player, is that on your mind a lot? We talk about it a lot in the booth, but do you think about it as much as we do?
We do as players. Generally, it comes around the time where the cutoffs are for the Grand Slams. And now that he is in the main draw here in New York, it should be a little less on his mind. But come November, when it's time for the cutoff for Australian Open, it'll kind of creep back in there, knowing that he needs to either win a challenger, do some damage in some of these ATP events to continue to stay in the top 100, because that is such a stress reliever when you are in main draws of slams. It can just take that pressure away. You know you're in the big tournaments.
Lights for serve. Lights for serve. Late second serve.
Standing room only at the back. 5 or 6 deep. Really good length from both.
That is the prototypical point that we are going to see most of today. Safiullin staying on the baseline, controlling the middle, moving Gael from side to side. And when he is in control of these points, playing with great margin, that is what Safiullin needs to do to be successful today.
Well, that forehand can do much. And he's also very good, I think, Steve, in the forecourt, Safiullin, when he finishes off points with the volley winner.
He moves forward very well, and that is something you need to do against Gael. If you give him too many opportunities to play defense, he usually finds his way back into points. You've got to be able to be willing to take a little time away, even if it's a bit uncomfortable, to come forward and take some of these out of the air.
Absence of a first serve causing 1 or 2 problems, to say the least. Alexander Krunic down there as well, sitting next to the coach, Karl-Adrian Ringdal.
Gael Monfils.
It's a little bit messy as well.
There was a bit of a couple pedestrian breaks from both these guys early on. Sometimes it is tricky when you wait around all day at a Grand Slam like this. There's a lot of nerves, there's a lot of pressure. You know, you're one of the last people to play your first round matches, and it takes a while to get the body going. There's going to be some nerves as well from both of these guys, even though they have both played at the US Open before many times.
Love 15.
Well, they've never played each other before, so there'll be an element as well, I suppose, of just feeling the other out and feeling the pace on the ball and clocking the movement. The most important thing for both right now is to take care of the one thing they can control. That's their first serve. 2 from 7 so far for the Frenchman.
Good to 15.
Okay. I think he's starting to find his rhythm now.
Sometimes it just takes you a little bit to get going, and this is what Gael does really well on serve. When he hits good serves and he gets 3 points, he is so quick back to the line, and he is ready to hit the next one.
That will feel better. 2 games in a row for Gael Monfils, recovering from the early loss of serve. The fan clubs here.
Let's for serve.
Oh, he's made that. And that was a
15
tough volley.
That was a very tough volley. doubled the fact with Gael's move. This is what he wants to do. He gets you in these positions, and he wins one of these athletic points, and that's what kickstarts him and gets him into this match. That is a tricky volley and really well executed.
Thirty love.
Two wins so far at the US Open for Safiullin. Got past Matt Forbes last year. He was outside the world's top 1,800. And then the year before, Marco Cecchinato, who had that dream French Open run a few years ago, was dispatched. But that's been the extent of it.
40,
But he is a
15.
former Wimbledon quarter-finalist. On his debut, no less. Remarkable performance from him. To make it to the last 8 at Wimbledon in 2023.
Game
And
Safiullin.
that was more robust. More first serves landing,
2 games
protecting
all
the
for
second, and
sets.
we're back where we started. What are your early thoughts from what you've seen so far, Steve?
Just a bit nervous for both these guys. They're a bit shaky early on in these first couple service games. They didn't look like they were, executing, going after what they thought they were going to do out there today. But in these 5-set matches,
50
it's
love.
not as imperative to get out to that really quick start. There's so many momentum changes, especially 3 out of 5. Gael is an absolute veteran in these matches, so he knows that a bad 5 minutes early doesn't cost you a match, given the situation.
Come on. That is decent from both of them.
That is really good tennis. Both these guys striking the ball so well from the baseline, moving it from side to side. I feel as if Gael actually plays better when he has to move a little bit, when he does get out of the center of the court.
40 love.
And just like that, about 4 seconds later after a big ace like that, he's right back to line. No hesitation. Give him the balls and give him another serve.
Gael Monfils.
Well, this really is simmering nicely now. Really starting to find some very good level tennis.
Monfils leads 3.
Oh, nice. There's that net ability, which is much underrated in this guy, but
15 love.
he's got bags of it.
That is definitely underrated. He's not somebody that you would see as a prototypical come forward, know what they're doing, be comfortable, but he does it very well. Especially against Gael, you have to be willing to come forward and take time away from him. He is so good at moving. Even if you can take a split second away, it's very important.
Well, he's doing exactly as you suggested, Steve. Parking himself in the middle of the court and just
30 love.
relentlessly moving the ball with great penetration through the court and accuracy.
That's going to be the key. It is very easy when you play somebody with Monfils' movement to overhit, to try and hit a winner on that first or second ball. He's got to be willing to be patient, play 3, 4, 5 good shots side to side until he gets that last knockout blow.
Out.
Yeah,
40
first
love.
serve warming up all the time for him too.
Game Safiullin.
Didn't even try to chase that. So far wide,
3 games all
he
for
knew that
sets.
Safiullin had made the point his. And midway point of the opening set, absolutely nothing between them. Just one extra point actually for Safiullin on the overall scoreboard, but it's that tight. They've both come to play. That's so good.
It was really well executed off the racket of Safiullin, using that backhand down the line, stretching Gael out to that forehand. Gael likes to camp out in the outside and hit forehands, so that side is there to be aggressive to if he has the right shot.
Love 30.
Ooh.
Love
Well, that was an
14.
unforced error in every sense. And the warning lights are flashing again on that French serve. Clever placement of that serve.
15-14.
Oh, that's inspired.
New ball,
He is
please.
having a purple patch right now, Roman Safiullin.
Safiullin leads
And
4
he's
games
pinched
to
the break
3
again.
for sets. 15 love.
Oh, this is impressive.
Very smart serve, serving 4-3 up with new balls. It just takes the spin, takes the pace so much better when you get new balls in your hands.
Were they the kind of players like Monfils, the ones who can take the racket out of your hand, the ones that you enjoyed playing the least?
Yes. Yes, actually, I had a good record against big servers. I like kind of being that dynamic on return, but playing somebody like Gael that played a lot of different styles and can be that dynamic. He can come forward, he can, grind 10 feet behind the baseline. That was always frustrating because you didn't know what you were going to get point to point, game to game, day to day sometimes. And he's an incredible tennis player, and his IQ is very high. So
Wow. I mean, a volley like that is, well, it's almost world class.
30-15.
that was an incredible volley from a tough position to take the pace off of that. That was a great passing shot from Gael. Put it into the open corner with some touch. He's 4 of 4 coming forward and has looked very comfortable so far up there.
Out.
Well, he's backing it up nicely so far, this advantage he
40-15.
has. He's in a good rhythm. And that forehand is firing as well as the net game, and that makes him very dangerous at the moment.
Game, Safiullin.
Well, Monfils needs to find a
Safulin
service hold
leads
here, or this
5
first set will be
games to
done
3
and
first
dusted.
set.
And there have been flashes, haven't there, Steve, of the Gael Monfils that we know and love so well, but right now he's being outmaneuvered.
It feels as if for Gael's standards, his energy levels is low. He's just not quite locked into this match this early.
15 love.
But for Gael, all it takes is one shot, 1 point to kind of really kickstart his tennis.
Out.
Yeah, and you can just sense the crowd are waiting to go absolutely potty with one of those moments of Monfils magic, which is never far away. Unfortunately, that
30-15.
hasn't been too far away either. Struggling with the second serve, points 1. Nice switch up.
During that point, Gael is able to redirect pace
40-15.
extremely well. He takes a great forehand from Safiullin, takes some pace off of his shot, breaks the sideline, gets him out of position, gets him out of the center of the court.
He's done all he can do in terms of what he can control in this opening set. It's up to Roman Safiullin now. It's on his racket.
Safiullin.
First point when you're serving for something
Love
so
15.
important, isn't it?
Very important. And it's not always if you need to win that point, but it's how you go about it. That looked like a very timid forehand there. Didn't go after like he has been earlier in this match. We've seen him hit some really good forehands. That was just kind of a bit of a nervy forehand, soft into the net. Didn't make Gael work at all for that point.
Oh, he's made it! Squeeze that down the line.
15 all.
It's an important quality to have as a tennis player, is that short-term memory. First forehand miss in this game. Second point here absolutely lines up a forehand down the line, which is what he's been doing for the most part of this first set. I love the aggressiveness to go after his shot there, even after the first point error.
Textbook.
30-15.
That is a great strategy to use against Gael. Serve out wide, open the court. When he does hit that quick return back, Safiullin is very good. Stays low to the ground on that backhand. Just pushes it to the open court. Good direction. Keeps Gael on his move.
Fans love that wide serve in the deuce court so far. One more meaty blow in that direction might just end the conversation in set 1. you can't blame him for going after that forehand because it has been so good in this opening set.
He has used that pattern extremely well. Just won a lot of the points over there. You always feel like he's been in control. You can hear the crowd, even in the first set, even when Gael saves a set point, they really are behind him. They want him. They are going to try and will him as much as they can to get back into this match.
Safiullin strikes first against Gael Monfils. He's been very consistent, and the scoreboard reflects that. 6-4 in 32 minutes. Apart from that early wobble when Safiullin was broken right back after he'd broken Monfils, he has been rock solid in all departments.
Let's for serve.
If you were in Gael's coaching camp right now, what would you be saying to him?
Just to draw on his experience. This is going to be a long match. Best 3 out of 5. There's a lot of runway left. Just to find your footing. And it's also difficult. This is Gael's 17th US Open. He's not used to playing on a court of this size. It's a little smaller than he's used to. He's generally on one of the bigger courts. The movement is different for him.
.5-mile-an-hour second serve. Surprised Safiullin a little bit.
But tactically, if I was Gael's coach, I would try and get him out of that forehand-to-forehand rally, and then, you know, watch and be really aware of when Safulin goes down the line with his back. And he's been very successful with that pattern today.
40-30.
A little bit more slice backhand. Maybe come forward a bit as well.
I would like to see him, he changes pace well. I would like to see him change the height of his shots, you know, up and down. Safulin is somebody who is so good at playing the ball when it's in his pocket, in his strike zone, time and time again. So I'd like to see him get it, you know, up and out of his strike zone, up, use some slice to get it out of his strike zone, below his knees, just to change it up to see where he is as a tennis player today when it's not a consistent ball speed right to him.
He's also produced a really good consistency of length today, Safiullin, as well. That's one of the things that is a foundation stone of his game, isn't it?
Absolutely. He uses length extremely well. He's not somebody that is going to change the height of his shots like a lot of the other players on the men's side, but he stands on the baseline. You know, when he is playing his best tennis, he is breaking the sidelines when he has the ability to, but he uses the depth in the court, his length on these ground strokes with a lot of pace.
We can put that down in the category of classy from both of them.
Love 15.
That was brilliant.
That was a great point from both players. Both played some great offense, both played some great defense. Gael ultimately getting the short ball, earning that, coming forward. Made a great point. These are the kind of points that will get Gael going in that belief that he can win these long baseline rallies and still be successful. Come forward, try and win points on return.
I think it's also an indication of how well he's having to play these points to take them off his opponent because of the level he's found tonight.
.30-15.
love the response from Safiullin in both the first set after getting broken. Now early in the second set, Gael's trying to get some momentum, get a hold, plays a great first point. Just goes right back to business. 2 great first serves back to back. No panic when there's a little bit of momentum heading towards Monfils. That is an incredible backhand from Gael. He's just so good at moving stretched outside the doubles alley, slides with that left foot, an absolute laser beam down the line for a winner. If you're Safiullin, you played a great point. There's just nothing you can do. You just got to tip your cap, say too good, move to the next point.
That's a good way of taking the energy out of the court, isn't it? Just find that first serve. Make the return difficult, which he did.
Game, Safiullin.
Yeah, that's so impressive again. Straight back on it. Even when Monfils brought the magic.
It's a great game from Safiullin there. He lost 2 tough points from the ground. Out of the 4 points he won that game, 1 ace, 3 unreturned serves. He just takes the air out of Monfils' sails there. Just kind of puts him back at bay. Doesn't let him get that momentum. 2, 3, 4 points in a row.
That'll do.
15 love.
Another one of those really clever, just off-pace serves, all about the accuracy, not the pace. Important to keep the scoreboard ticking along, and he's got that memo so far, Gael Monfils.
Mr. Monfils is requesting a replay of the call on the left baseline.
Well, it looked close, but it wasn't that close. Were you a truster of technology, Steve?
I was mildly skeptical, but
that's always a good place to be.
That being said, you know, when you are using this ELC these days, getting that review, you're just trying to buy another couple seconds of time because the computer is telling you exactly what it's already told you once.
Yeah. Oh, that tells us that was very good.
30-15.
Yeah, it's tough to win a fight with a computer, isn't it?
The computer's already told you that backhand was out once. You're just getting a quick look just to make sure, double check, put your mind at ease that the computer is on, you know, they're not against you today.
Oh, they're just itching, the crowd. You can feel it for some Monfils magic here. Barrel his way back into the match. And they might just get their wish here. Oh, that's a first reaction. First negative one.
40-40.
Bit of a sloppy couple points here from Safulin on these last two after that great Monfils return winner at 30 love, excuse me. He's made a couple of softer errors that we haven't seen since his first service game of the match.
Sensational. Had to work so hard in that point. He started it so deep, but he found a way to get to the baseline and then make it his. And the break belongs to him in the second set.
Monfils leads 3 games
There's a vintage
to 1.
Gael
Second
Monfils
set.
break point. Second serve, he can be a bit aggressive. He chooses to go back to play that safer, high, heavy shot. Gets himself into some defense, hits a nice lob, runs down an overhead, wins one of these, you know, electric points. Just kind of get him going. I feel like he wants to play those points.
Bit of juice on that forehand, wasn't there?
15 love.
Gael is not lacking in power from anywhere on the court. He chooses to kind of holster that throughout the match, but he does possess that power.
And you just get the sense that
30
Monfils' level has just crept up a little bit. At the moment, Safullin's just struggling to get to grips with it.
Love.
This little
40-15.
golden spell had to come to an end sometime. A little smile about it.
Oh,
he's cruising at 40 love. Now he just needs to be a little bit careful. 4-1 lead is the reward for Gael Monfils, who is really warming to the task, you sense, on court.
Love 15.
Just wobbling a little bit at the moment, Safiullin. In truth, he's being pushed around a little bit by Monfils. And that was a forehand that we saw so much in the opening set.
15 all.
Yeah, he's really kind of gone away from that. In the first set, he was being aggressive. He won all 4 of his points. That's the first point he's come in to net in this second set on game 6.
Oh. 30-15.
Second serve has been the problem in this set. Hasn't won a point behind it yet.
Oh. 40-15.
The first serve has been really, really good in terms of the points it's delivered.
Out game, Safiullin.
He adds a nice, quick
New balls,
response,
please.
and much needed for Roman Safiullin.
Monfils leads 4
Just to
games
shine
to
the
2 second
spotlight
set.
again on the other side of the net. Racket change time for both. I think this is when the US Open comes into its own, Steve, this time of the night when the lights start to shine and sun setting. There are matches all over Flushing Meadows. It's terrific.
Absolutely. The first week here in New York is such a beautiful place. I've had the pleasure now the last couple of years to actually enjoy it, you know, amongst the...
Honey juice? Honey juice?
Had a few, and, you know, I can't believe I waited, 15 years until I had my first one. But it is a great place. Being on the grounds, the buzz, the electricity, just such an incredible place to come play tennis.
Let's first serve.
Home Slam's always a favourite
Love
slam.
15.
But which of the others did you really have a sneaky admiration or enjoyment for?
I always enjoyed Wimbledon, just the history, the grounds. It's just immaculate place to go and play tennis.
And suited your game style maybe a bit more as well.
I love playing on the grass. You just had so much feel when you got to Wimbledon. Just being there, playing on center court, seeing center court, the royal box, the proper, the beautiful grounds, not a blade of grass out of place.
Makes the journey with a little stop along the way.
15 all.
He had to come from a long way, and what's driving him mad right now is that he got there.
He used his legs well,
30-15.
got there with plenty of time. Watch Gael break to the ad side. It's one of those frustrating ones when he sees it out of the corner of his eye. All he has to do is put that in the deuce court anywhere, and he gets a win. Just kind of, for a split second, take your eye off the ball. Misses that one long in a crucial moment.
40-15.
He's bossing things at the moment, Gael Monfils. And bludgeoning
Monfils
a way
5
back,
games
a
to 2,
path
second
back
set.
in this contest.
3-6.
Because
Love 15.
it's just not happening right now for Safiullin. It's definitely happening for him. Minute shy of an hour. And the second set almost had a conclusion. Yeah, he's being out-dueled. And the magic isn't quite there in the way it was for him.
He's really struggled in his third, fourth shot in these rallies, fifth shot even. Gael is doing a great job using his legs, making it tricky on Safulin to make him hit that extra shot. He feels the pressure. He's just trying to go for a little bit too much, and he's starting to have a little conversation, running dialogue with his team over there on the side of the court.
15-30.
Third of the match. Riding to the rescue. A pretty perilous situation at the moment. Relentless, just relentless at the moment.
It's amazing how well he can hit that backhand from below the net, middle of the court, to get some angle on it somehow down the line, getting Safulin out of position. It caught him by surprise because that was a tricky backhand to execute from my Monfils.
Let first serve.
High quality finish to a high quality set from Gael Monfils. He's really found his rhythm now. And this match is right back in the mix. A set apiece on court 5 in just over an hour.
Off his side of the net. And Gael is somebody that is a great front runner. When you give him an inch, he's not afraid to take it a mile.
Of course, the big risk when you do decide to have
15 love.
an amount of time off court is, I mean, sometimes, let's be honest, it can interrupt the momentum of your opponent, but sometimes it interrupts your flow as well.
Absolutely. And so far, 2 points into this, Gael seems to be moving well, playing well, hasn't skipped a beat since the end of that second set.
Well, he made the move forward. It was a bold one. Safiullin was all over that.
30-15.
That was a great defensive lob. It's always the danger with that lob. You've got to hit it so close to the baseline, or else you are in big trouble. But execute this one perfectly.
Here's the body serve we've been waiting for.
That was great execution on the body serve. That is a tough one to execute, especially with Safulin so far behind the baseline on that serve. He kind of handcuffed himself trying to take a backhand. Leaves it short. Gael makes him pay the price.
Gael Monfils.
No nonsense hold. And all that momentum continues to be French right
First
now.
game, third set.
He looks comfortable out there. And Safiullin does not. A few signs of show and tell that he's a bit grumpy now. And you can understand why. Because he's been playing beautifully in truth, hasn't he?
He has played very well so far in this match for the most part. He's had a couple of soft moments where some errors have crept in, especially on serve. But being a 3 out of 5 match, he has played a lot of tennis. He knows where he's at. He's one set all. He's on serve at the moment. You can't let your negative emotions, something that's happened in the set prior, affect you at this point. It's important for him to get a good hold here to kind of steady the ship early in this third set.
Fifteen love. All.
Those are the errors if you're Safulin to stay away from. Behind the baseline, trying to put a shot where there's no space. Gael that's what he kind of does to you. He squeezes you until you go for something too big, too early in the point. Forces that error off the racket of Safulin.
How did he get that? Those long levers kept him in that rally.
15-30.
He is such a dynamic mover. It only takes him, a step or two to get from anywhere on the court, and he slides off both legs, right and left. Open stance, gets that one below the height of the net, making it a tricky volley for Safulin to accomplish.
Well, these two were both outstanding
30-all.
juniors. Former junior Grand Slam champions as well, both. Took Safiullin a little bit longer than Monfils to make the breakthrough to the top level. Oh, that was the pattern of the first set, dictating off the forehand.
40-30.
That is exactly the pattern that he was being so successful with in the first set. But again, you've got to be willing to be patient against Monfils. He moves so well. You've got to be willing to hit that second, third, fourth shot in order to draw the error or hit a winner.
Game,
That's nicely
Safiullin.
done. Just hit the reset button. Very well there,
1-all
Safiullin.
third set.
What a draw battle lines here at the start of this third set, and send a message to Monfils that what happened in the second set is now a distant memory. But that's easier said than done, right?
A lot easier said than done. But that's exactly the point. We are one set all. At this point, we're playing a best 2 out of 3 match. 1-all in the third. Momentum can shift either way for both of these players. You just got to be willing to recognize the opportunity and go out and take it.
Were you able to stay
Love
in the
15.
moment, as athletes are so often told to do?
There were some points in my career I was much better at it. You know, if you are playing well, if you're high on confidence, you can kind of let the little stuff go. When you are on a tough losing streak or you haven't won a match in a while, the little stuff starts to bother you. All the things, the outside noise starts to kind of creep in. As tennis players and athletes,
Love 13.
a lot of us run high on, energy and momentum. We like to ride it when it's good, and when it's bad, we never feel like we're going to get out of that struggle. But it is important to stay practical, stay in the moment.
Oh, this has been untidy
Love
again,
14.
out of nowhere. And he's just making balls, and at the moment, Gael Monfils isn't.
Game, Safiullin.
Quality return. That was a quality return game, in truth.
Safiullin leads 2
And
games to 1
Safiullin in a
third
good
set
place
and
at the
1
start
set
of
all.
this third set.
Fifteen love.
Okay. He's back in the room.
15 all.
It was a strange service game from Monfils, that last one. Just a lot of errors, a lot of just pedestrian, easy mistakes. Then he comes up with shots like this behind the baseline. Great backhand down the line winner. Great margin from both sides.
Fabulous. Well, that's a leaf out of the
30,
Monfils
15.
backhand down the line book, isn't it?
That was a thing of beauty. Again, behind the baseline. Just creates so much power. Both of those last 2 points from these guys. Great margin from the sideline and the baseline. Both producing winners. Just great ball striking.
Nice body
14,
serve.
15.
He's used that a lot, hasn't he, from the ad court today? Confident hold. And again, reminiscent of the opening set.
Safiullin leads 3 games
So a bit of daylight between the two of them.
Sets.
And the ebb and flow of this match, Steve, seems to switch again.
There's just so many momentum swings in these long matches. You never know what's going to happen. You've just got to be willing and able to give yourself that opportunity. Safulin there looked a little frustrated early in this third set, quite frankly. That being said, he's turned it around the last 3 games, played very well, he's got himself a lead.
Yeah, that's been the problem in this set.
15
The
all.
second serve points delivered by Monfils has dipped. They're heading in different directions, actually, because Safullin's really put some scaffolding around his second serve in this set. But for the match, it's still down at 38%,
15-30.
which is not going to do the job, is it?
Is not going to get the job done, but he has made that correction since the second set. He's at 67% second serve points won. Much better than that second set where he won 0.
Full take.
This set is not going the way Monfils would want at all. Serve not delivering as he needs it to.
Safiullin.
And there's a double break. Again out of nowhere.
Safiullin leads 4 games
And it's
to
just
1.
solid
Third
tennis
set.
getting the job
So
done
1
right now.
set. Love 15.
Well, we've just been rummaging through the stats, haven't we, Steve? With some very, very impressive basic arithmetic from both of us. And it's the longer rallies where Safullin's really shining in this set.
Looking at this set,
15 all.
Safulin has won 6 of 7 of the rallies that have gone 9 or more shots, which is a bit impressive with watching Safulin, how he's gone about it. He's poking, he's prodding, he's hitting good shots to both sides, and then he's setting himself up, moving Gael from side to side. That's usually somewhere where Gael really, thrives in that department as these points goes on.
Yeah, and he's only won 9 of those points in the match, so it shows you how much it's changed in this set. That 6 of them have come from set 3.
$15-30.
That's tremendous tennis.
That is great tennis at a very important point of this match for Safiullin. Played some great forehands, great depth. I wish he would have been a bit more, or a little less hesitant, I should say, coming forward there. Gael, deep behind the baseline, running side to side. Even if that last backhand slice drops in, he is definitely well versed at the net. Can come forward, take that one out of the air, and try and put it away.
Too good. That forehand can be ferocious.
40-30.
Well, we've been waiting for that. A Monfils trademark. And it was almost on the highlights reel. Almost.
It was almost there. Love it when he does that jumping forehand. Sure, he would have liked to, maybe save that in the bag till it was a break point or a big point in the match. But at some point, he's just got to let it out of the bag. He can hit that one so hard. Just catches the tape. But even down 5-1 in this set, Gael is always somebody who is having fun out there, trying to get the crowd into it.
First set.
He wasn't really moving in that point, was he?
It didn't look like the Gael of normal in that point. Sometimes you get into these matches, down double break. He'd like to hold in this game, he would. But he'd like to do it at a very economical style of tennis. Easy first serves, maybe first ball winners. Doesn't want to waste too much energy in a set that's potentially not going to go his way, being down 5-1.
Yeah, because he's going to have to go the long way around from here and win 2 sets. That's the equation he's staring at the moment.
$15-30.
Sweet.
Interesting to see here in this game. Safiullin is usually somebody who's much more comfortable taking that second serve behind the baseline, going high, heavy, deep. The last 2 on the ad side, he's taking it early. Those backhands, been successful with it. Got a miss off the Monfils racket. 15 love, and now hits that winner to get 2 break points.
Game and third set.
Well, that sums up the set from a French perspective.
6-1,
Roman Safiullin
please.
really rebounding well
Safiullin
after
leads
losing
2
set
sets to
2.
1.
And he has the initiative once more and a 2-1 lead on court 5. Listen to the crowd. They are absolutely dialed in for Gael Monfils.
Not the third set they wanted, but we're 1 point into this 4th set, and they're already willing him to make that comeback. He always has the crowd on his side. He's such a crowd favorite.
you don't get long to enjoy the successes in this sport, do you?
Right back to work. Played a great third set. Just executed perfectly. Now he finds himself in a mini hole. Down love 30 in this first game. This is exactly what you do not want to do against Gael when you have a lead. Is to just give him any life. Try and get as much momentum on your side as possible.
Clever returning, isn't it? Just that chipped return, making Safiullin generate his own pace and make his own mistakes.
Yeah, and so far in this game, at the first 2 points, love 30, he's done that well. Safulin tends to press a little bit when he gets into those situations. Even though it's early in the set, this feels like a big moment for Gael.
And there it is, the Monfils magic. It's just a hint of a swagger in that walk to the chair, isn't there?
He wants to break serve, and he wants to do it in a flashy way.
And he just has.
And now to hear the crowd get into it. He is a great tennis player, and he might be a master at controlling the crowd.
Yeah, he's a showman par excellence, there's no doubt about that. And I imagine it's rough if you're on the other side of the net.
And we're one game into this. Safiullin has not played well, in the early parts of this fourth. But he's shaking his head. He's getting down on himself early. This set still has a lot of life to it. And if you're on his side of the net, kind of buckle down, play a few good points. Just try and right the ship as quickly as possible.
He's feeling it right now. The serve of the night from him. Oh my goodness. It's all coming out of the sweet spot now. And they are going mad.
Monfils leads
And
2
you cannot
games
blame
to
them.
love. Fourth set.
Because he's putting on a show.
Fifteen love. Thirty love.
Trying to restore a little calm. The turn was back at him quickly, wasn't it?
30-15.
Got back on him quickly. Safiullin is just kind of pressing at the moment, trying to do too much. Monfils has done a great job drawing the errors in this set, in this fourth set.
Almost broke the net with that.
Safiullin.
Well, he needed that desperately, just to quieten the
Monfils
crowd a
leads
little
2 games
bit.
to 1. 15 off.
Oh, hello. Could he?
He's going to go for 4 for 4, that's for sure. In quick fashion.
Almost, but not
Thank
quite.
you.
How long do you reckon that service hold was? 45 seconds?
It was brisk. Gael is so good at that when he
Monfils
does. He
leads
gets
3
momentum.
games to 1.
You try and play at the server's pace. Sometimes as a returner, when you are playing against Gael who is serving like that in a quick fashion, just got to find a way to take a second, put your hand up. Because Gael is not afraid to go rapid fire when he is high momentum and serving well.
Oh, Roman Safiullin just wanting to make a little point about the quality of his serve tonight. First serve has been good, very good. Second serve has been a little more fragile.
It's interesting to see Safulin on serve on the ad side. He has used just about more than half of his serves on the ad side into the body. And that's a strategy that him and his team have talked about. Maybe not letting Gael get too stretched out when he is playing his best tennis.
What was that return?
It's another good body serve from Safulin, and he did a good job to kind of wiggle out of the way and get his hands on it. And I like the strategy to play into the body of Gael. Try and take the athleticism out of play, especially on serve. But if you're not serving that one well, if you're not hitting your spot correctly, you generally find it right in the slot for either forehand or backhand, which makes it definitely easier as a returner.
Tees off again.
That backhand was absolutely blistered behind the baseline off of a high, heavy shot from Safulin. That is not an easy shot to hit a winner on. And he did it with ease.
Gotta love that from Safiullin. His response, everyone calm down. I'm in charge on my serve.
Safiullin.
Gotta try and stay with Monfils. That'll be his strategy.
Monfils leads 3
He's got
games
a break
to
of
2.
serve to
4 sets.
retrieve in this
Safiullin
fourth set.
leads 2 sets to 1.
Monfils. Here we go again. Just tried to muscle that, didn't he?
Felt like he was trying to take the cover off that forehand, just trying to get a few too many MPHs on that one.
totally in control.
It's a great play from Monfils there.
30,
Such a
15.
good serve wide, gets his opponent out of position. Doesn't need to be a great half volley, but follows it in well, covers the right part of the court. Easy backhand winner.
Boom!
That is big hitting
40-15.
on the side of Monfils. Great forehands, huge down the line, great footwork to get around that one. Close it out with an inside-in forehand winner.
Well, he's caught fire in this set. 28 winners in the match, 11 have come in this set,
Monfils
which
leads
means
4
the other
games to
17
2,
were
4
spread
sets.
across the first 3 sets. So that contextualizes the level he's climbed up to right now.
Absolutely, this 4-set alone, it's got 11 winners, like you just said, to 2 unforced errors. That is a great number, and that's what everyone aspires to do when they go out there on the court, is to have that kind of ratio from winners to error.
15 love.
But you know what, Steve? When you look at the overall numbers, Safullin's about to climb back level with Monfils, 80 points each, after an hour and 51 minutes. In that kind of match.
Thirty love.
Genius. Just genius.
30-15.
It's just amazing that he can get his body out of the way. That is a great body serve. He gets out of the way and somehow still has the dexterity in his hand, in his arm, to get the inside of the ball and get that down the line for a winner from a very tricky position.
Forty 15.
Well, they just can't be separated in so many aspects in this match tonight.
Game Safiullin.
Tidy from Roman Safiullin.
Monfils leads 4 games
He's
to
keeping
3.
tabs
4
on
sets.
Monfils.
Safiullin leads 2 sets to 1.
All about the depth of that previous forehand to allow him to get forward and finish that off
15
beautifully.
love. Thirty love. Thirty 15.
Well, you mentioned it, Steve, at the start of the match. He's not hanging around in these service games, is he?
There's no hanging around. He just goes to work, likes to play quick, plays to a very quick pace. Doesn't really matter whether he is winning these
30
points
all.
or losing these points. He is right back to the line. Might be good to just not overthink too much a little bit. He gets out there, hits the ball, bounces a couple times, and goes after it.
Now, he's been so good on
13-14.
serve in this set. Dropped just 1 point behind the first serve, 3 behind the second. And 3 of those service points have been dropped right here.
Thank you.
Took his time. You could tell he was thinking about a big finish, couldn't you?
Maybe he's maturing at 38.
Maybe.
Just going back to business, just doing the easy shot there, not the fun shot. New side of Gael.
Advantage Monfils. Juice.
First double fault of the set. Ooh, swiftly followed by the second.
Advantage Safiullin. Juice.
And the crowd will tell you where each point is going.
Advantage Monfils.
Must be a nightmare to play against. How good is that?
That is just a picture-perfect Gael Monfils service game. Gets a lead, 2 double faults, 2 aces, great backhand winner.
3, 4th set.
Just never know what you're going to get out of him. He's such a fantastic tennis player. He always brings the crowd into it. And he's got the crowd on his side fully here in New York.
I feel like we're in Paris.
Love 15.
Speaking of Paris, I think his match with Jack Draper this year was one of the great matches.
That was a phenomenal tennis match. Both those guys played incredible on that stage.
Let. First serve.
Doesn't want to surrender his serve
Love
here
13.
and be serving second in the decider, which is where we seem to be heading.
Fifteen 30. 30 all.
Tremendous depth off that return.
He just uses his hands so well. He doesn't generally come over and go after those returns, but he blocks them back with some depth, with some pace. And that one, especially there, so close to the baseline, gets on you as a server, right on your feet as quickly as that. It is a tough ball to pick up and be aggressive with.
Don't go anywhere, folks. We're heading to a decider in the Big Apple.
Balls, please.
From both of these gentlemen.
Love 15. All.
When you've had like a purple patch like he did in that fourth set, and you do have that little break, difficult is it to rediscover that magic? That feel, if you like.
It's a lot easier to kind of get back into the flow if you can get out of this first game, especially in a 5-set match. First game, you're serving first. You have that on your side. If nothing else, when you do get, if Monfils was able to get up a break in this 5th set, always felt as if 4-1 was a much bigger lead than 3-2, even if it was one break. I think it's imperative for him to get out to a good start. He's going to ride the crowd, ride the momentum, use the energy here in New York.
Let his second serve.
Time, didn't he? Was that his way of maybe communicating he didn't think it was a let, or he didn't hear
First
it?
game,
Or
final set.
With Gael, you never know. He might have just wanted to kind of get the crowd involved.
if he wants to. And given how he's played in this
15 all.
match, he's more than capable of so doing as well. Well, he's been on a show tonight for a man who hasn't been in great form this year. Hasn't played hugely consistently, but he's been brilliant at times tonight, the world number 94.
Yeah, generally, when you get, if you are not
14
feeling
all.
well, you're not match confident, generally comes out to play when you get the back end of these matches, when you're trying to serve out matches in these pressure moments. And that is something Gael has done extremely well over his career.
Game, Safiullin.
Nice hold. Nice start on serve in the decider.
1 game all, final sets.
And just looking at our notes here, Gael is 14-2 in first-round matches here in New York. So he is very comfortable in the first rounds, finding a way to get out of them over the course of his career. An incredible stat.
Yeah, I had a look earlier at the two people who beat him. And they were Novak Djokovic on debut. Way back in 2005, I think it was. And Ilya Marchenko in 2015.
Love 15.
So they're great numbers, aren't they?
That is great numbers. That loss to Marchenko was by retirement from Monfils, so an impressive stat for Gael. One of many.
Yeah, that's what you don't want to see if you're Monfils. Safiullin approaching on a mid-court ball on his forehand.
That is always a daunting sign when your opponent is running forward. Forehand grip, locked and loaded, ready to attack. And he executes that to perfection.
Left for serve.
Look at the reaction from Safiullin. He was feeling that rally, wasn't he?
That was well executed from first to last ball. And if you're, in his team, your camp over there, you love to see that positive emotion out of him. He's not somebody that's overly boisterous about showing his emotion in a positive way. So I love to see that out of him. Playing great tennis, great point. Recognizing the moment is a big one.
Game, Safiullin.
Plot twist. Big one. And
Safiullin
that's a
leads
huge
2
moment
games to
potentially
1
in this
final
match.
sets.
Roman Safiullin striking early in set 5. Well, that's the start he didn't want as he tries to back up the break.
Love 15.
Just felt he was a little sluggish there with his legs, not getting up to that one, not trying to be aggressive.
Feels like he's really lacing that forehand again.
He has executed that one well, but I love the fact that he is looking to come forward off of a great forehand. Come forward, he's been very successful when he has come to net. It just takes away that ability for Gael to play as much defense as he wants when he's getting forced and taking time away.
Smoked it.
30-15.
There was absolutely no margin for error on that forehand. He put that right on the line. He's really gone after that inside-in forehand. And in the sets that he has won, he has executed it well.
Getting interesting again.
30 all.
Very interesting potentially for Monfils here.
40-30.
That is wonderful. Quieting the noise in all aspects around him with that. Phenomenal tennis.
Gael
Just
Safiullin.
phenomenal. That was like watching a video game.
That was incredible.
Safiullin
Both these
leads
guys
3 games
sliding
to
left to
1.
right, deuce
Final
to add,
set.
forehand and backhand. That was such a big point. Both guys laying it all on the line. Safiullin comes out on top on yet another extended rally.
Feels like Safullin's gone up a notch again.
Love 15.
He's brought the intensity, just like he did in that first and third set. He's been able to control the center of the court, control the baseline, use his forehand. He's got only one unforced error in this set. He's being aggressive, but also playing with good margin.
Oh, stunning!
Those are the type of points that Gael lives for. Gets the crowd into it. Great hands, great volleys, great reactions.
He owns the stage, doesn't he?
Absolutely knows what it takes to get across the finish line, and he is not afraid to use the crowd.
Inside out forehand. Coming to the party again for Safiullin. He's showing remarkable composure considering, isn't he?
Yeah, he's showing great composure out there because it is tricky when you are part of the Gael show.
Yeah.
The swings of momentum. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes Gael plays a bit of possum out there where he plays dead, but he comes back to life. Safiullin has done a great job kind of just steadying the ship every time Gael feels as if he's going to get some momentum. He comes right back, plays a great game, gets a break of serve. He's done it extremely well tonight.
Little surge of adrenaline there.
Juice. Advantage Monfils.
Super finish. Was just teetering a little bit in that service game, but found a way to get the hold on the board and close the gap once more in the fifth set. Serving with the break at 3-2, Roman Safiullin.
Thank you.
Well, he hasn't made many unforced errors. In fact, that's the second of the set.
Love 15.
It's very important for Safulin to get early starts in these games, trying to win those first points, at least play them in a very positive manner. That point right there seems like a bit of a panic off the racket to go with that backhand drop shot. We haven't seen too many of those in this match today. So if you're Gael, you got to look and see what your opponent's doing as well.
His coach, Dorian Desclois, couldn't really look.
50.
Turning into one of those nail biters. Would be a coach, Steve. Something you'd like to do?
Done a little bit in the past. I love helping out. I love the sport of tennis. It's such a great... Great place to be, and to help somebody out there, it's incredible. Actually played Dorian a couple times many years ago, so I know him a little bit as well. But in this moment, Gael is leaning on the fact that he has this experience. On the other side, Safulin has kind of pressed so far in this game. First ball error off that forehand, a drop shot missed.
That was a thrash. And it was a bit wild from Safiullin, and this is what you suspected might happen. Getting to the close is so tough when you haven't won many.
It is very tricky. Once you get to the back end of these matches, trying to close it out against somebody of Gael's caliber. Leading into this game, Safiullin had one error. He's got 3 in this game already. Really not close. Hasn't been a good error off the racket, any of the 3.
Dialed back in again there.
30-40.
High risk, but high quality in the end. Did you doubt it? Of course he was going to find a way back. And once again, this match and the place in round 2 that goes with it remains undecided.
That was a bit of a stress-free break from Monfils. 4 errors, just had to make a couple of balls. You can't give Gael those types of games. He is so good at riding that wave, riding the momentum, using the crowd here.
Well, you feel a bit for Safiullin. He looked a bit dejected as he walked across to the deuce court at his end. It could be a lonely place out there, can't it?
It absolutely can. Tennis is a brutal sport. There is no shot clock. You can't run out the clock with elite. You've got to go out there and find a way to keep winning and win that last point.
You also couldn't have a greater emotional contrast in the demeanours of the two players right now. Monfils is having a ball where Safiullin is not.
That's generally how it is in these Gael Monfils matches. He's always having a smile. Even when he was down a break in this fifth set, he's still having a smile. He's having a good point. He's looking at the crowd.
Another big swing. In a match that's been bulging with them, to be honest. Back to the tried and tested.
15 love.
That's a great first point in this game from Safiullin. Just to settle your nerves, calm, get everything a bit calmer here. Get out of the gates. First point, good forehand.
That's just started to creep in now, hasn't it? Tension in that forehand.
Yeah, when you get any bit of doubt in your mind in these moments and you hesitate at all, that is going to make life that much more difficult. He's had such great resiliency in this match so far, so let's see if he has any here.
30-15.
That suggests he might. How much is he fighting himself right now compared to fighting Monfils?
There's definitely some of that going on. You got to have a short-term memory. He's got to forget about the fact that he was up a break in this fifth set. That he just needs to go back, go about his business. Good first serves, good forehands, good execution from the ground.
40-15.
He has done that extremely well for the bulk of this match. He's close to the finish line. He is right there. He's playing well. He's just got to believe and play within himself.
Game, Safulin.
Super hands. Just redirected that early and superbly. Well, 2 hours, 34 minutes, and there's just 1 point on the overall scoreboard separating them. That is how close this match has been from the start and will be to the finish, you suspect. Who's winning it, Steve?
As of right now, I would say Gael, based on just experience. We talked about how well he's been, or how successful he has been in first-round matches here in New York. When you get in these tight moments, you generally draw back on who's got the most experience, who's been there, who's succeeded in these moments.
Well played. It was a clever switch up from Monfils, but how well did he do to get to that?
It's great execution. I mean, that was a tricky drop shot off the racket at Gael. Safiullin, really smart to play that one deep in front of him, keep the point kind of in front of him, doesn't give Gael too much of an angle, is able to close off that cross-court backhand, the great volley.
He's found a little extra again.
Love 13.
Alexandra Krunic on her feet. Coach sitting a couple of seats down. Carl Adrian ringed out. Oh, it's edge of the seat stuff, isn't it? Someone yelled out halfway through that point. That wasn't
14.
helpful, was it?
It was indeed not helpful. It's been interesting, but a lot of these games, especially on break of serve, we've seen a lot of errors from the serving side. The returner just seems to be playing relatively solid points.
Glory beckoned on that forehand, didn't it?
That was a good miss off the racket of
15-14.
Safulin. Hit a good return. He's in the center of the court. You don't mind that miss. Not a miss is a miss. But that one had the right intention, the right shape. Just caught the tape.
Thank you very much, miss. Please be quiet. Thank you.
Robert Barnforth in the chair, calming things down. Stunning return. Absolutely
New
stunning.
balls, please.
And he's where he wants to
Safiullin
be.
leads
It's on
5 games
his
to 4 final
terms
sets.
now. Safiullin will serve for it next.
Time. Thank you. Ready for play.
That might be big. Just to give him a foothold here.
15 love.
That was a crucial point for Safulin in this match. He's won 10 of 11 service games after winning the first point. On the other side of that coin, he's won 5 of 10 after losing that first point. So that first point is huge for him in the momentum while trying to hold serve.
Bit tight.
15 all.
Steve Johnson smiles like a man who knows exactly what this feels like.
It's definitely not the best time to have your first double fall to this set. Trying to serve out a match.
Thank you.
He's feeling it too.
30-15.
Picked off magnificently.
do like the play from Safulin there to come forward.
Good
That is the
goal.
ball you've got to come forward on. He hits a good approach shot. Not a great one, but at least he's being aggressive. He's trying to take the match in his own hands, be aggressive, and win the match rather than have Gael give it to him.
Thank you. (40-30).
Roman Safiullin wins a classic in New York. And for a man who hasn't had many wins this year, that was huge. Gael Monfils brought the magic. He always does. But it came down to a shootout in that fifth set. And it was Safiullin who held his nerve in just under 2 3/4 hours. What a treat it was to watch that. But it's Safiullin who makes it into round 2 in 5 absolutely thrilling sets.
That was great tennis from both those guys. A really impressive hold, a break and a hold to finish that match out for Safulin.